Hey guys, Dan Williams from Range of Motion and Nutrition Coaching. Someone asked me recently if there was anything that I'd changed my views on, anything that I'd done a 180 and about turn. And I couldn't think of anything at the time, but I since have thought of something. And it's something that forms a lot of the basis of what Range of Motion Nutrition Coaching is about. Now, we launched on the 1st of January 2019. So I just wanted to give you a bit of an overview of what this change in mindset was with me and why I think it's really going to benefit our clients with Range of Motion Nutrition Coaching. So my belief used to be that to help to change people's behavior, we needed to make sure that they were motivated and we needed to make sure that they knew what they were supposed to be doing, that they had the education. Now, long before the days of podcasts, long before the days of Facebook Live videos, about 12 years ago, I sold a mail order series of CDs, if you remember those, called the Eduvation series. And basically, the Eduvation series was designed to educate people and to motivate people to exercise. So talking about strategies to motivate and the sort of exercise that people should be doing. Now, of course, at the time, I thought that was the best way to create a behavior change, but it turns out it's definitely not the best way to create a behavior change. So why is education not enough? Well, education isn't enough because, to be honest, I believe most people have a pretty good idea of how they should be eating. In the last couple of years, the World Health Organization has told us that there are now 1 billion smokers on Earth, 1 billion people who smoke. And I'd hazard a guess that a large percentage of those billion people know that smoking is not good for you. But of course, that's not enough to make a change. They have the knowledge that smoking isn't good, and yet still they smoke. So education on its own isn't enough to create some sort of long-term behavior change. But how about the motivation? Well, motivation is a state. It's not an attitude or a value or a long-term type of being. It's a state. Motivation goes up and down. Some days you're motivated, some days you're not motivated. On the days you're motivated, great, you're exercising well, you're following a healthy nutrition plan. But on the days when you're not motivated, things are down, then you're no longer making those correct decisions to form the good habits. So that brings me to what the key is, and the keys are your habits. Creating a long-term behavior change is about making it easy. It's not about educating people about what to do. It's not even about motivating people to do something. It's about giving people the tools to be able to modify their environment, to try and put as many steps as possible, to make it as difficult as possible for people to undertake behaviors that aren't leading them towards their goals. And on the other side of the coin, making it as easy as possible, taking away the steps to help people to undertake the behaviors that are leading them towards their goals. So my understanding of behavior change has really flipped in the last decade. It's no longer about inspiring and educating people on what to do. People already know this stuff, and inspiration and motivation just aren't a good long-term strategy. Instead, we need to be focusing on creating behavior change in people, which is based off putting their behaviors, their habits on autopilot. It's based off having a set and forget pattern that leads into their life. 45% of everything we do in our life is habit. It's living in part of our brain, in the basal ganglia, where we don't have to make conscious decisions. So that's what Range of Motion Nutrition Coaching is all about. Now, sure, it's important to have a good grasp of nutritional science, and we do focus on that, but this isn't about counting calories and counting macros. Again, this works for some people, but they're not the sort of people that we are looking to help through Range of Motion Nutrition Coaching. We're about helping people build good habits, making good habits easy. So you don't have to have willpower. You don't have to be motivated. You don't have to have all these things to try and make behavior change happen. Instead, you just hit cruise control and let these habits happen automatically. If we can do that, then the process becomes easy. We don't have to try hard to create behavior change. Behavior change just happens. So guys, if this sounds like something that you would need, if you're the sort of person who doesn't want to be counting macros and counting calories, if you're the sort of person who has maybe tried to eat well in the past and has tried to rely on their willpower, but that hasn't worked, if you're the sort of person who will lose some weight but then gain the weight, who'll build some good habits but then lose some bad habits, if this sounds like I'm talking about you, then I believe Range of Motion nutrition coaching may be exactly what you're looking for. So guys, if you have any questions, the best place to find out about ROMNC is on our website. You can find the information at rangeofmotion.net.au/nutrition. That's rangeofmotion.net.au/nutrition. Or again, you can reach out to me either below this post. I'm happy to answer any questions or queries you may have, or you can get me direct on my email, which is dan@rangeofmotion.net.au. We do have a limited number of places available because we're just launching on the 1st of January. We don't want to overwhelm ourselves with too many people, too many clients. So we've opened up 10 spaces. We have 3 or 4 of those that are still there remaining. So if you're interested, guys, jump on rangeofmotion.net.au/nutrition and hopefully we can help you out. All right, thanks, guys. I'll speak again with you soon.